Hello everybody and welcome back to the Watkins Glen International Raceway for the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series Mission 200, as we are going to have the, of course, heavy favorites, road course gods themselves in the front row for Junior Motorsports. Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilisch. These are the green flag. Behind them, Michael McDowell replacing Josh Williams in the 11 and Sheldon Creed in the 00. As we get ready to get underway for our penultimate road course race of the regular season. Of course, Portland coming up in 2 weeks, as we are green and we are underway here at Watkins Glen. Shane Van Gisbergen with a great jump, and SVG will be all clear for the race lead. In behind him is Sheldon Creed and Connor Zilisch as we go down here through turns 1 for the first time, heading towards turn 2. Of course, last week, the Xfinity Series, we got the prediction right with the simulation. Sam Mayer picking up the big win in Iowa. He's back at the back end of the top 10 right now. It is SVG leading over Sheldon Creed, who's actually gotten ahead of Connor Zilisch. A great restart from the 00, who I believe has had back-to-back second-place finishes the last 2 years here at Watkins Glen. But it's Shane Van Gisbergen leading the way. Now here comes Connor Zilisch to the inside of Creed. Zilisch trying to take second place back through the bus stop. An aggressive move there. A huge block from Creed. Able to maintain the position. See everyone else mixing their way up through. Casagrala going a little bit wide there in the 24. But at the front of the field, it is Shane Van Gisbergen in control. SVG looking to lead on that opening lap. And now Zilisch right back to the inside of Sheldon Creed. This battle for second place continues. You can tell Zilisch probably a faster car, better road course racer here on the outside of Creed, but Creed doing a great job at defending and try to maintain this position. They go down the front straightaway. Shane Van Gisbergen leads the opening lap of racing here at the Glen. And the battle for second rages on, with Michael McDowell and Taylor Gray lurking right there behind these drivers in the picture as Zilisch and Creed continue to go out. Now Creed's been passed by Zilisch, who's in the second on lap 24. This is the last lap of stage 1. Zilisch has now tracked down SVG, trying to take the stage win away from them. These guys 3-4 seconds on the rest of the field. Now can Zilisch make a move here in SVG down this long straightaway, heading to the final 2 corners before the start-finish line to steal the stage win away? Looks like he'll just stay content behind SVG. Made a very good move to keep Zilisch behind now and through the final corner. Shane Van Gisbergen will get his first Xfinity Series stage win of 2025. SVG wins stage 1 at the Glen over Connor Zilisch. P2, Taylor Gray in 3rd, Sheldon Creed and Sam Mayer for Haas Factory Team around the top 5, McDowell in 6th, Jesse Love 7th, Carson Quaffle 8th. How about Austin Green, P9, and William Sawalich, of course, enters today 10 points below the cut line, earns the final stage point. Now just 9 points between he and Brandon Jones. SVG dominant in the stage 1 victory, but don't count out that 88. Zilisch had tracked him down by the end of that stage and almost was able to steal the stage win from him here. As we go to stage number 2, I want to draw attention to the 00 Sheldon Creed. Must have had some kind of accident as we were coming down pit road, because he's out of this race, and his teammate Sam Mayer has huge damage. So it's an absolute disaster for Haas Factory Team, who just had 2 of their cars inside the top 6. Now one of them damaged coming down for a pit stop, and the other one completely out of the race. Sheldon Creed's horrible luck lately continues ever since that runner-up at the Brickyard. And now we are green and back underway here in stage number 2 at the Glen. Connor Zilisch with a great restart in the 88, and the young rookie here looks to take the lead from SVG, and he will. Connor Zilisch back to the point here at Watkins Glen. He will go by Shane Van Gisbergen, and they'll battle for 3rd behind him, Taylor Gray and Jesse Love, but it is Connor Zilisch leading the field here at Watkins Glen as he tries to find his way to victory lane for the 3rd time this season, and he's still looking for that elusive first road course win of his Xfinity Series career. Could very well come right here, right now. But SVG is one tough driver to beat. SVG going to stay with him. These two already being a big gap back to Taylor Gray, Jesse Love and company. The 11 and Michael McDowell will make an aggressive move. He was a little disappointing in stage 1 back in 7th, but here comes McDowell charging to the inside of Jesse Love for 5th place here. Can he make the pass, or for 4th place rather? Can he make the pass happen next to the carousel? He will. McDowell into 5th as he now sets his sights on Taylor Gray. It is still Zilisch and SVG dominating this race, pulling away from the rest of the field. And now on lap 31, SVG and McDowell is now in 3rd, has tracked the 2 leaders down and is keeping pace with them. McDowell could be sneaky here to steal this win from SVG and Zilisch if they get into it here, but Zilisch able to maintain the lead over a hard-charging Shane Van Gisbergen. But here comes Michael McDowell in the 11 on lap 37. McDowell to the inside of Van Gisbergen, and Michael McDowell on the charge into 2nd here at Watkins Glen. He's trying to find his way to victory lane for the first time in the Xfinity Series since 2016 when he won at Road America for Richard Childress Racing. Now here he is in 2nd, trying to chase down our leader Connor Zilisch in the 88, who has only driven away. But keep in mind, McDowell came down pit road here around the last couple laps of the stage. McDowell pitted, as did Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith. So these three are going to be flipping the stage here at the Glen. So they will be transitioning back to the front. So here's Connor Zilic, final lap, stage number 2, going to be a dominant stage win for the young driver in the number 88 machine. Another playoff point to add to his total as he, of course, gets ready to go on a deep playoff run, maybe even to the championship 4. As Connor Zilic dominates and wins stage number 2 here at Watkins Glen. SVG follows him home to second, so they each exchange first and second place stage finishes. Taylor Gray in the 54 continues a very impressive run so far here today, comes home P3 in this stage. 16 stage points earned on the day for him. Jesse Love will follow through in 4th, up by William Sawalich in 5th. Justin Allgaier 6th. 7th place will be Austin Green. Have another great road course race for him. Carson Quaffle 8th. And how about Christian Eckes and Nick Sanchez earning the final 2 stage points, able to hold off Daniel Dye. And so Connor Zilic dominates and gets a stage 2 win here at Watkins Glen as we head to the 3rd and final stage of racing, where we are going to settle things here for the victory here at Watkins Glen International. McDowell, Mayer, Sammy Smith, the cars that pitted under the green, stay out, flip the stage for track position, and now leapfrog Zilic and SVG. Can they work their way back to the front as you're green and now back underway? 25 laps to go at the Glen. Michael McDowell in the 11 leading his first lap all day long as he gets to the inside of Sam Mayer, and McDowell takes the lead, coming alive the second half of this race, back to P1. The 41 is Sam Mayer, of course, trying to get his second win in a row, but it is McDowell in control, leading over Sam Mayer. Sammy Smith able to clear Connor Zilic for 3rd. SVG now dropping behind Taylor Gray. That'll be costly for him, but it is Josh Williams leading the way. Not Josh Williams, sorry. I got to get used to him not being 11. Michael McDowell leading the way in that number 11 Alloy Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. And here comes Connor Zilic, easily driving right on by the 8 is Sammy Smith. The 8 coming back on exit of the bus stop here. Good battle between Zilic and Sammy Smith for 3rd place. You know how fast the 88 car is. He is on the charge on the restart, already now up 2 positions, going by Gray and Sammy Smith. Now setting his sights on Sam Mayer and race leader Michael McDowell in the 11. Now here we are with 7 laps to go. It is these 3 who have a huge gap back to Shane Van Gisbergen, and then a huge gap from him to the rest of the field. But it looks like it is all Michael McDowell here at Watkins Glen until a caution comes out for debris from the back of the field from the 35 of Baltazar Leguizamon. So now we're going to be back underway here on lap 22. 4 laps to go. Michael McDowell, Sam Mayer, the SVG, and Zilic behind them. Who will prevail here at Watkins Glen? Sam Mayer in the 41. After having that early damage and the end of stage 1 incident with his teammate, is now back in the lead, looking for his 2nd win in a row as he leads at Watkins Glen. McDowell through to 2nd. Zilic clears Van Gisbergen for 3rd as they head into the S's here, but Sam Mayer currently with the race lead. But the question is, will we stay green or will we have NASCAR overtime? If we have overtime, the 41 and the 11 might have to pit for fuel as they are awfully close here, as Mayer still holds the lead, trying to drive away from McDowell, who's hanging tough right there behind him with Zilic. And we did have that caution, unfortunately. A couple of cars, I couldn't quite find what happened, but I believe a car got damaged spinning into the tire barrier. I think it might have been the 53 of Austin J. Hill, not the 21 of Austin Hill. He's having a tough day anyway. So now McDowell, Mayer, a bunch of other cars pitted. They restart back in 8th and 9th, but it is Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilic who get to be back on the front row. 2 to go. NASCAR overtime here at Watkins Glen. We are underway. Can Zilic beat SVG? They are side by side for the lead. The 2 teammates who led us to the green flag, and it's Connor Zilic to the race lead in the 88. He's able to clear Shane Van Gisbergen, and Zilic now driving away to what could be his first road course win of his career, and season and career win number 3 here to propel him to the top of the playoff grid as Zilic drives away from SVG, who did not have a good restart whatsoever. Mayer and of course McDowell still trying to fight their way forwards after pitting, but it's been so hard to pass all day long, and Zilic is absolutely driving away through the bus stop. SVG trying to hold on to 2nd now, side by side back here. Austin Green, Justin Allgaier getting after it. Sam Mayer and McDowell, of course, trying to work their way forwards from 8th and 9th here. Everyone getting in line right now as SVG starts to get some separation from the 54, but look at the separation from Connor Zilic to SVG. A huge lead now as Zilic comes to take the white flag this time by. He's won at Las Vegas and Bristol this season, but does not have that elusive road course win, which in real life, of course, he already has 3 of them in his bank in his career. Now here comes Connor Zilic, white flag in the air, final lap, presented by Credit One Bank here from Watkins Glen for the rookie and the number 88. Zilic holding off his teammate of Shane Van Gisbergen, Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, and William Sawalich. Currently top 5, Sawalich in a great position right now to point his way back above the cut line and bump his teammate Brandon Jones out. And Zilich now pulling away through the S's. I don't think SVG has anything for Zilich here today, who is on an absolute heater. And is going to come back from 2 races in a row where he's been upside down, flying through the air to be in victory lane. As he goes through the bus stop for the final time, Zilich lost some time there. SVG did gain some on him here, but it might be too little too late. Can Zilich hang on for 2 more corners here at Watkins Glen? SVG trying to chase him down, but there's just not enough time to make up the gap that Zilich had on that unbelievable restart. Now through the final 2 corners here at Watkins Glen, it's going to be a banner day for Junior Motorsports, and especially Connor Zilich in the number 88 down the front straightaway. Connor Zilich going to win in overtime here at Watkins Glen. He's a road course winner. Shane Van Gisbergen second, Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, William Sawalich. The top 5 followed by Allgaier, Green, Mayer, McDowell, and Quaffle, the top 10, as Connor Zilich wins the Mission 200, his 3rd career win. First on a road course, leading 30 laps out of the 84 total in this race with the 2 overtime laps. Congrats to Connor Zilich on the victory. As you look at your final race results here after a wild finish here at Watkins Glen. Zilich the winner, SVG second. No surprise to anybody. These 2 were 1-2. Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, great points day for Sawalich in 5th. Allgaier, Austin Green, another great road course top 10. Sam Mayer continues good momentum. McDowell, of course, ends up disappointed. Almost had this race won. Ends up 9th with the fastest lap award on the day. Carson Quaffle rounds out the top 10. You see the rest of the grid there. Solid top 15 for Riley Herbst, Kaz Grala. Then not the finishes at Brandon Jones, or of course Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed. Looking for Creed taken out in that crash. Austin Hill just ended up being 3 laps down. Just did not have the speed today. RCR just missing the setup on his car. Now you get the updated Xfinity Series playoff grid. Just 3 races remain of the regular season. Daytona, Portland, and Gateway. So you got a plate track, a road course, and a flat oval. Going to be a wild end of this regular season. Zilich now retakes the top spot from his teammate of Allgaier. Quaffle is oh so close to clinching on points. Sammy Smith looking really good. Sawalich now 20 points above Brandon Jones. A 30-point swing today for the rookie in the 18 to be in a good spot to make the playoffs. Then after Brandon Jones, Jeb Burton on down. Pretty much must win from here on out if Burton, Dye, Sieg, Harris, both Burtons, Dye, Sieg, Retzloff, any of those guys want to make the playoffs. But congrats to Connor Zilich on a huge win here at Watkins Glen. And we head to Daytona in 2 weeks for our next Xfinity race. But as we end this episode, as always, I'm going to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now working towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are watching this video and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and I would really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your shout out like these 3 at the end of the video and become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. And until 2 weeks from now at Daytona, I hope you all have a good one.